Welcome back, Earthlings. This is Iraq Veteran 8888. This is not Chad. This is not Eric. But this is a Five Guns video. Whoa, what happened, dude? What happened just then?
Is your tinfoil hat working?
I don't know, man. I think they went in and controlled my brain.
You got them antennas up there. That wasn't a smart move.
I don't know. I think yours worked a lot better. You look like kind of a dumb, like, Spanish conquistador, though, with that kind of thing going on.
With guns.
Guys, welcome back. This is Eric and Chad here. Iraq Veteran 8888. We're going to be talking about top 5 guns to fight off an alien invasion. That's right, and we're wearing our tinfoil hats because we don't want them controlling our minds. Remember, a war with aliens means a war of the minds. Okay, and we don't want them controlling anything. I don't know what happened there at the beginning, but that was scary for a minute. I hope you see the fun in this video, guys. We're just having fun. Okay, this is just a totally theoretical video. We don't know if aliens exist. That subject is up for debate.
Well,
by a lot of people.
We are standing here in front of YouTube with aluminum foil on our heads.
You know, you start to kind of think about the things that you've done in your life and where your life might be going and what you may do, what you've already done. You start to just put that all in perspective, and you realize that you're standing in front of a very expensive camera with a hat covered in tinfoil discussing the potential for destroying an alien invasion that probably will never happen, can't happen. But just the same, here we are.
I still think we need a phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range to defeat those force fields.
So let's dive into this. Okay, so obviously, I mean, they're going to be your typical like go to war type of things, but it can't be just that. It has to be stuff that, let's face it has to have a sci-fi like appearance to it. You know what I mean? Like in a war in the future with aliens, and we're not talking about those kind of aliens. We're talking about invaders, right, from other planets, right? Aliens, okay? Creatures from outer space, here to destroy us. If that ever were to happen, it will be somewhat in the future, so it has to be kind of like somewhat cutting edge stuff, right?
Maybe.
So what would you use? Why would we need it? And let's discuss, what would it take to really destroy these things? I mean, are they superhuman? Do they have a lot of strength? Do they have some kind of exoskeleton? What are we talking here? What kind of threat are we talking?
Who knows?
All right, well, let's go down
are we talking like Independence Day aliens? Or are we talking about like Halo aliens?
Therein lies the quandary in this video.
Or
what would you, if you didn't know
War of the
what it
Worlds
took
aliens?
to get rid of them, then what would you use to try?
If it's War of the Worlds, I would just use the flute that's going around right now.
Well, that's true. Okay, so look, we're getting down. All right, enough rambling. All right,
ramble.
Onto the beans and bullets. All right. So what would you use? I mean, I would think that you'd want to use something that has a lot of firepower in a small package, whether it is a gun that holds a lot of ammo or just fires a powerful cartridge. In my mind, if I think the aliens are coming, I'm grabbing something that holds some bullets. And because this is sci-fi like sort of scenario, it's got to look cool and futuristic, so why not a P90?
Well, it's tiny. It's tiny. Like a single sugar puff. It holds a lot of bullets. Get that mag in there.
Yep.
And this one goes to 11.
It's compact. And it's topped off with just this, nice ACOG. This is a great little, hey, what's going on? Lots of firepower, high velocity round. You might have to get through the exoskeleton of a horrible otherworldly being of some sort.
I think it would
You may
probably
have to shoot through like some sort of a lightly, a windshield on a spaceship or something. I mean.
Well, I think that little bitty round and zipping around like it does, it'd probably find little cracks and stuff in their force fields and get on through there and, it'd probably mess them up.
Yeah, beyond force fields, though, I think it's safe to say that 50 rounds of 5.7 in your hand is a pretty nice thing to have laying around, okay?
Just a wee bit.
So this is kind of your close-range alien encounter, personal defense weapon sort of scenario, which definitely works. Okay, so what would be your somewhat long-range option? Like you want... Like
DMR?
Yeah.
All right, so a little 5.56 DMR. I mean, it is 5.56, but buddy, this thing flat out shoots.
Yes, it does.
So, you can just get up in a little hidey hole somewhere away from the alien encounter that's happening down there in town, and you can just lay some supportive fire down, I suppose.
That's right. You got a suppressor so they can't hear you. Now, assuming that we're talking alien technology, they probably have some, crazy way of detecting you. They might have thermal vision. They probably have some like crazy battle armor with like a heads-up display and like, oh, there's the humans. It shows the heat signature. But assuming that none of that gets you first, this is probably a good option because, I mean, the thing is, it's light recoil, it's easy to shoot, ammo's going to be everywhere. This is a great alien invasion gun because this is the gun a lot of people are going to have laying around is an AR type. And what better way to get like an 18-inch barrel, good velocity, a good trigger in this gun, very accurate. And the thing is, you know, you watch Star Wars and you see like how the stormtroopers shoot.
Well, that's
You have to assume that they can't hit you with their laser pistols from really far away. So maybe this is outside of the range of what they can comfortably shoot.
well. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the memes going around, but I'm gonna throw a punch right here. So the stormtroopers, you know what they used, right?
Sterlings.
No, they used the Franklin Armory Reformation.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
That's what they used. There's proof of it.
So they're good for like 50 feet.
There's proof on it on the internet. So just so you know.
Yeah, because you can believe everything you see on the internet. Moving on.
Moving on.
All right. So what if you want a hard-hitting caliber to punch through like the windshield of their spaceship, or let's say they have some vehicle, something crazy going on, and well, this whole video is assuming they don't have force fields. Because I mean, if they have a force field and the bullets are just going to bounce off, we're probably going to have a bad day. But you know, the aliens I'm thinking, all right, the aliens I'm thinking are like the aliens from Mars Attacks. They can be killed. Oh, they can be killed.
If it breathes, it bleeds.
If it breathes, it bleeds. Those are the kind of aliens I'm thinking. Mars
attacks with the big old
big
heads.
ugly brains, and we're getting onto that.
Oh, and just
actually
a little,
for that.
You talking about like the little glass dome? Oh, that'd break that glass dome real good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, you know, if a firearm doesn't do the trick, just a good old fashioned American baseball bat wrapped up good, and we're going to let them know they've been kicked in the wrong door, because here we are, boy.
Well, I don't know, the aliens in Mars Attacks weren't really all that scary, but I wouldn't want to
They were scary. They got a like device they shoot you with that turns you into a pile of dust.
Well, that part's scary, but the aliens themselves are just kind of,
I don't care what you say. I used to collect the old school Mars Attacks cards, and I actually still have a pretty big collection. Not original Mars Attacks.
You're showing your age.
Not original Mars Attacks, but
No,
the Topps, I guess, reprint of Mars Attacks. I've got almost all of them. And some of those scenes, you know, it's some pretty cool artwork, but you can't help but think, dang, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And that's the vein of this video, guys. So what if we're talking Mars Attacks aliens, and they got their little glass helmets, and they think that they're safe behind that glass helmet, and your stuff is just bouncing off and not doing no good? Well, how about you sling some 458 SOCOM?
Oh yeah, because we know 5.56 will just bounce right off of a Mars Attacks glass dome helmet.
Well, what if it does?
458.
What if you're talking some improved glass helmets? Okay, I mean, you got to think, if that helmet busts,
is it Mars glass?
Maybe it is Mars glass, but if that helmet busts, they can't breathe. They're gonna die.
Maybe they order their glass from
shop. Just the same, if you're launching 458 SOCOM now you're talking. You know, you get you some 400 or 500 grain bullets, you know, projectiles, whatever. You run your suppressor on there, and you got a nice, not as lightweight of a package as some of the other things we've looked at, but definitely a good stopper. Or you never know, maybe they have some like genetically mutated animals that they've put together to fight us, and they're sicking these like crazy, I don't know, hopped up dogs after us or some crazy crap. Or maybe they like found a way to, I don't know, breed like some type of lion hippo hybrid or something, and you got to really like put a hole in something. You know what I mean? Like, they're coming after you. And you start getting into like the sci-fi territory. Makes me also think of Starship Troopers. So what if now we're talking alien invasion, but what if we have to go get them like Starship Troopers?
Now, if we're talking like a hippo hybrid, I think I'd want something a little more meaty, like maybe 458 Win Mag.
We're getting to that. We're not there yet.
Okay.
We're not there yet. Okay, so the would-be alien hunter would also need a sidearm. And we got to thinking about it. I'm like, okay, there's lots of different sidearms, but what's more cool and futuristic than a 329 PD scandium frame? It's even got the atomic sign on the side of it, so that just screams alien hunting. It's lightweight.
It's 44
and it
mag.
looks cool. It's 44 mag, so it's going to put a hole in anything, including their helmets, and it's just awesome. There you go. Now, it's not fun to shoot, but that's not what this is about. This is about the what ifs. And let's face it, the would-be alien hunter has to have some style. He's got to go into battle he's got to look cool while he's slaying those aliens.
Well, this makes up for some of the other weight that you're carrying, you know, with the PDW and the big old bowling ball slinger.
Yeah.
and your up close and personal encounter
Yeah.
there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that makes up for a little bit of the weight. You can pack a little bit more with that.
It does. It does. I mean, now one thing to be serious on this 329, this thing is atrocious to shoot.
Yeah,
It kicks like a mule because it's such a lightweight 44 mag. I like to shoot 44 specials out of it because it's just a lot more fun. And to be fair, one of my favorite guns, and I say it's one of my favorite guns, I don't own one right now, I'm actually trying to find one. I like the Smith & Wesson 296 because it's sort of a take on a small J-frame type revolver. I don't believe it's a J-frame. I think it's considered an N-frame if I'm not mistaken. But it is a slightly bigger frame than a J-frame, but it has that type of overall scheme to it. And it's a small, compact 44 special revolver with like an alloy frame. And I always was appealed to the idea of using like a compact 44 special. You're still getting a lot of power going down range. It's definitely more than a 38 special. This gun is neat. I did have a holster made for it. It is fun. I wouldn't carry it unless maybe I was out bear hunting or something like that, and the bear's right on top of you, or alien. And that's why and it's cool. It's got that kind of alien look to it, so that's why we chose it. All right. So, what about scatter guns?
Well,
now think about it now, guys. What is one shotgun out there that would be an alien scatter gun? Origin. Oh. I mean, this thing looks like it's out of a video game. It's a box-fed shotgun
or drum fed.
A drum. You get 30 round drums now. They're doing them.
How many of them can attack you at one time?
I don't know, but they're going to be walking into a wall of lead. I know that much. You can load this thing with slugs, and so if you got to push through glass, or they're glass helmets when they're coming after you, the Origin definitely is going to do the trick with some slugs punching through the glass, or if you got some big mutated creatures they're sending after you, or look, I'm telling you right now, like Starship Troopers, and the way that movie's set up, I'm thinking, dude, shotgun. Like that's the gun you'd want. You'd want a shotgun that holds a lot of rounds, and you want everybody armed with them. And when those ant things or whatever they are coming after you, you just sling a wall of buckshot at them.
The bugs.
Yeah, the bugs.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it's cheesy, but it's good.
The original was good.
Yeah.
The rest of them.
Did they remake it?
No, they have sequels.
But this one's just topped off with a Trijicon Reflex. This is a two-tone Nibix model. Wonderful. I love the Origin.
Well, the thing with that is, pretty fast follow-up shots, very fast cycling shotgun, plus box magazines. Carry a few spare mags on you, because we're not all Jerry Michalik, and we don't carry a mag loading tube, for our tube gun.
Maybe. Now I'm just going to throw this out there.
But I would definitely want Jerry on my team.
Maybe Jerry is an alien. He's so good that he's superhuman, so maybe he's not human. Sorry, Jerry, if you're watching. We love you.
Bye.
We mean that in the most respectful way, sir. Don't come after us. but you have to think that there are definitely superhuman things that occur out there, and you make people wonder, man, like, wow, the ability of some people to do things. And Jerry is definitely one of those guys. He's a larger than life person. When it comes to people that I've worked with overall over the years with these gun videos and stuff, Jerry is the one guy that, like, I felt his aura. Like I swear, like it was just one of those things. Like I was blown away by just hanging out with him. He was such a good dude.
I've got some footage of that with the special lens that I used.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Shows it.
Now, but is the tinfoil helmet going to like keep those things out of there?
Well, he's actually trying to get in right now. I can feel it.
Oh, really? Yeah, so. Okay, but it's working.
It's working.
All right. So every 5 Guns video, guys. I digress. Sorry. We always go off of.
We've been digressing this whole video.
We've been digressing. Yeah. There's some digression going on in this video, guys. I hope you see the humor. We're just trying to have fun here, guys. All of these guns have their obvious purpose, and they're a lot of fun and everything. So every video has to have a wild card, which I guess the bat was kind of the wild card. This one is from Praetorian. He makes these Iraq veteran bats from us. I don't know if he sells them or not. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that one's just a one-off. But
I think it's a one-off. But look, if you contacted him and you wanted something like that, he could probably make it for you. That is technically the wild card. But now, what about the? Okay, you look at Star Wars and you look at the Chicken Walker things and the AT-ATs, and you're a real nerd if you know what those abbreviations mean. I'm going to give you a second. AT-AT and AT-ST. What do they mean? What do they mean? In Star Wars, what is the technical name for a chicken walker? You don't know?
Tell me. I don't remember.
All-terrain scout transport.
Good for you.
AT-ST. What is an AT-AT?
I guess you're not a Trekkie.
Trekkie, whatever, Star Wars. So what's an AT-AT? You know, the big one that's got the weird little nose thing that sticks out the front and the four-legged thing. It looks
That's
like
very technical definition.
it is an all-terrain armored transport.
Interesting.
Scout transport and armor transport. So and that's a very nerdy thing to know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what TIE fighter stands for, but TIE is an abbreviation. Anyway, we're getting off subject. But what if you've got some type of armored vehicle that you have to neutralize that's full of aliens that are coming to try to raid the grain silo or eat your cows or whatever they're trying to do, or soak all the water up out of the lake? I mean, you can't have that.
Well, just another comparison real quick.
Go ahead.
For the younger patrons of our channel, the movie Battleship, they actually use one of these to punch a big old nice hole through the front end of a alien battleship.
Point in
pretty
case.
cool.
If Hollywood says it, it must be true.
Hollywood says it. Oh yeah.
They're
it
at
is.
M107. This is Semi-Auto 50. Now, guys, I know we show this gun off a lot, but it's so cool. And, you know, the thing is, my wife bought me this gun, and she's amazing. And she's great because, hello, it's a Barrett M107. On a serious note, this weapon system is great. It's amazing. It is a wonderful piece of hardware. The Barrett family is awesome. Their guns are awesome. This gun is awesome. We've got it topped off with a 6-power 50 cal ACOG, which is great. We have shot this out to some, I think the furthest we've shot this is 600 so far. I haven't really had a chance to take it out past 600 yards, but
It's on the money though.
it seems to work pretty well, and the bullet drop compensation in this particular reticle works really great.
It worries us every time we sling a 50 down range. Like,
That's a long way. But if you had to fight some aliens, man, I tell you what, if you're firing from a fixed position or hiding in the bushes and here they come and then they're, you know, I don't know, they're crazy mechanical abominations or, you know, coming through the woods or whatever, and you plug a few rounds in them with this, I don't know, man, they're going to be hard pressed. I mean, this is some firepower.
Now, those aliens that were in Battleship, they had some pretty tough armor on, but they didn't really have any force fields.
Right, but they didn't have any armor to hold up to this.
No, that thing went right through that windshield and
there you
screwed
go.
them up big time.
You know, if you watch any movie, and I know, you know, because the concept of this video is just kind of fun and fantasy-like, let's face it. But if you look at television, movies, TV, whatever, okay, you look at all these things, and they break out a 50 cal, they mean business. And, you know, not all of us have a Mondeuse, but somebody might have a 50 cal single shot or 50 cal 107. And guess what? The aliens are coming and they got some stuff that you don't know if your regular guns are going to shoot through. Guess what? You break out the 50, it's going to be a very bad day for them.
Got about 10 times the muzzle energy of a 5.56.
It's a good thing.
Just a little bit more.
That's an all-around wonderful day right there, depending on which side of the gun you're on. Guys, thank you for watching today's video. We hope you saw the fun and humor in it. We're trying to have a little fun here. You know, it doesn't always have to be serious. Sometimes Five Guns will be along the lines of, you know, we're trying to fill a very specific niche and a very realistic and approachable real-life situation that we might have. Sometimes they're a little more lighthearted, like this one. Guys, we're not saying that aliens are going to attack. We're not saying aliens are real. We're not saying that everybody should have a tinfoil hat to keep the brain power. Wait a minute, that's aliens talking.
That's not what you said earlier.
The aliens took over again. I don't know what the case is. But, guys, the whole point is it's meant to be a fun video. We hope you saw the humor in it. You can't take life too seriously all the time. You can't take what you're doing too seriously. Sometimes you just got to have a laugh. And it's an excuse for us to show off some cool hardware. So here you go. You saw some cool hardware. That would be just as well at home in an alien fight as anywhere. I mean, this is just the tools of the trade, buddy. I mean, you can get some things done. So thank you very much for watching today's video. We appreciate all the support. Guys, if you found this video fun and enjoyable and you were entertained, consider donating a little money on Patreon. It definitely helps out. Or purchasing a man cam. We also sell T-shirts through. We have a Patriot Patch that sells our patches and things. Also, Forge from Freedom sells our T-shirts. Anytime you buy a piece of merchandise, a man can, donate a little money on Patreon. All of those funds go directly to supporting the channel. Any money we make off any of that stuff goes directly back into producing the content. So it is the most direct way to support us, and we graciously appreciate any support you may be willing to give to keep us afloat, because it's been some tough times. I mean, we're doing the best we can, and we're surviving, and we appreciate all of you who are willing to help us out and willing to support the channel. And those of you that comment, leave suggestions, favorite the video, share them with people, all of those things matter in their own little way. And if you're a Patreon or you buy merchandise to support the channel, you're supporting your fellow viewers and their ability to consume this content for free, which is very important to us, and we thank you graciously for your support. Thank you for watching today's video. Watch out for those aliens. We'll see you next time.